same time. Yeah. Coke fed, press them hand, let's get in the car, I said. She grabbed my hand, girls rescue, met the bar, witness said. Tears fled the head, I'm weak, not dead, she sweet, I guess she confessed. She thinking less, not drinking less. Bathroom says, best begin, spontaneous, our stereotype. Put to rest tonight. Imagine, believe, and achieve, it works. Skyline as a rise like fireworks. Smell through the bad, don't touch my purse.
Hello. Oh, I had it plugged in the wrong deal. I won't say what I was going to say, but yeah, got that fixed real quick. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this edition of After the Storm, your OKC Thunder post game analysis live stream. And remember, we're going to start going into a podcast. We're working on that as we speak. So you'll be able to take these episodes if you don't watch them live, or you can go. To let me just go ahead and put up where you can watch the networks. Okay, it's the MC Sports Network. You can do MC Sports Network at www.mcsportsnetwork.com. You can watch all the shows, or you can go to YouTube and watch After the Storm dash OKC Thunder, the Unpopular Hour. Okay, with Matt Clark, and you can all go on YouTube and you can search, subscribe, like, hit notification, and every time we do a live stream, you can do that. So those are all the different things that we can do, and like I said, here are all the shows that you can use. So that's kind of how we doing things here at MC Sports Network. Love what we're doing here. Love that. So anyway, you can go on that. You can look at this, and we'll look at that Thunder stat turn in a minute. But anyway, so this is what it looks like. This is all the things that you can do to get to see us on YouTube or Twitch. So if you can do those things, I'd love to do that. And by the way, just got my new camera in. Let me fix that. I thought you could see my number 6 there. Okay, yeah, there we go. Because I don't really care if you do that. I got to figure out how to squeeze make the camera smaller, or wider lens, so you can see both of them at the same time. We'll get that fixed at some point. Anyway, the Thunder tonight win 112 to 100 over the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavaliers falling to 30-21, and of course the Thunder have improved their record to 24-25. Quite a nice crowd tonight in Thunderdome or Paycom Center, whatever you want to call it. I still call it Thunderdome when it's rocking, so hopefully we'll get back to that for those of you who never were able to experience it when it was just rocking. I mean, just loud, crazy, the loudest arena in the NBA. So hopefully we'll get back to that because we have a very, very young team. I like what we do. I like the team we have. We're just missing a couple shooters. And we're missing somebody stopping the paint. Even though tonight Jay Will did a great job of protecting the paint as well as Muscala. And I thought as a group they played well being outmanned with those two monsters. Mobley, Evan Mobley's he's just a monster. He's just a monster. Him and Green, they're both crazy. But we did a great job of keeping up with both of those guys. So I was really pleased with what I saw from them. So anyway, the Thunder improving to 24-25. Now we've passed what the over-under was for the Thunder this year. I wish I would have bet on that. Man, I'm just kicking myself now for not betting the over-under because, like I said, I predicted 31-33. I talked to Nathan Taylor. He was on our show yesterday on the Unpopular Hour at YNB. And I was talking to him, and he predicted right about 30 wins is what he thought. So before Chet got hurt, it was 26.5, and I thought after Chet got hurt because of what I was looking at the end of last year, that I thought the Thunder were going to win more games than what people thought because this was going to be the second year that Josh and SGA had played together, Giddey and SGA had played together, so along with Dort. So I thought they were going to be a lot more better. They're knowing each other, where they like to go, where they like to ball, how they like to move. So it really helps. The more reps and the more time you get to spend with somebody, the easier it is for you guys to play together, especially since the only person on the big-time contract or his extension is SGA. And, of course, we'll have to pay Josh next year, I believe, is when we'll have to pay him, which is fine because we're way under the cap. We got so much room, so we can afford to pay Josh without any problem, him and SGA both. The problem is, after that 2 more years, we have to think about paying SGA at that point. So we shall see what's going to happen. But anyway, we started the game with SGA, Josh, J Dub, J Will, and oh my God, Wiggins. And guess what the Thunder now are with Wiggins starting 8-0. So let me see. He's 8-0. We played 49 games, and he has lost. We haven't lost one game he started, and he doesn't start. I don't. I don't understand. I just don't. I don't understand it. I just don't. Even though tonight, of course, he was starting for Lucas Dort because he was out. But anyway, the Thunder got off to a great start. Uh, I was in, here in my notes. I'm sitting there watching what we are doing. Our defense was a little suspect because Garland was just, he was just killing us. Him and Mobley were just killing us. There was just nothing we could. We don't have anybody who can stop Mobley inside anyway. We're just too small. As they go when they do like that pointed, that would be us. We're just so small. We've got to get bigger. And Chet will make us that way, but Chet is still small. He can't handle Mobley. Mobley's too physical, physical of a specimen. He couldn't handle Jay Will in college, let alone Evan Mobley. Not going to happen, but we shall see. Hopefully he did get better. But I thought that overall we did a great job of defending them by keeping them out of the paint for the most part, getting hands up, not letting them get wide open looks. So I was very, very pleased with that part of what I saw from the Thunder. Very, very pleased with that part. And you got to remember, the Thunder, the Cavaliers are number one in defense in the NBA and points allowed. They're just stingy. They're just stingy. And then plus what they do is also they slow the game down. They're more methodical. And it's kind of like what the Thunder do with SGA. We're more methodical. We go deep into the shot clock. We're not a come down and shoot with 18, 17 seconds to go on the shot clock. That's not what we do. We're shooting around 4 or 5 seconds or so on the shot clock. That's about so we do run a half court set. The difference is we like to run off of turnovers when we like to get out and about. Or if there's a long rebound, we will take off and do that. So that's what the Thunder do is run. We do like our pace, our game a little bit more upscale. And as Randy Wright, my guy, the commander, Y&B says that he likes it better when SJ is not on the court because we pass the ball more. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine, but we need somebody who can consistently score, and that ain't nobody but him. And he had to agree with that. So, but anyway, at the end of the first quarter, the Thunder held a nice 2-point lead, 27-25 over the Cavs. The Cavaliers 0 for 8. We were just stingy on the defensive end, just moving around all over the place. Loved the energy that I was seeing from the Thunder on the defensive end. 44% from the field, 8 rebounds. Yeah, only 8 rebounds, but there was only 27 points scored. So, with both teams shooting 44, 47, there should have been more rebounds than that. But anyway, points in the paint, they just dominated us because they were just so much bigger than we were, and we just did not have an answer for Mobley. But we did the best we could with the little amount of guys that we had because we are small. OKC, 1 for 2 from 3, which is shocking. And, of course, the reason why that was so low is because Lucas Dort was not playing. That would have been 6 or 7 probably shots because he tends to get us in three-point shooting mode when he is in the game. And that's the one thing Randy hates about him is that he shoots so many threes. That's the only thing I do like about him is that I like him when he catches and shoots a wide open three. I just don't like him trying to be aggressive going to the basket because that is not in his game. 47% from the field, 14 rebounds. I had a ribeye tonight. That's why I'm saying that. Anyway, 14 rebounds, 14 pips, 5 turnovers. And look at that. 2-0. 2-0. And that's because mainly both teams stayed with their starters pretty much the whole time. Now, let's brag on SGA a little bit. The last 3 games, he's averaging 35 points a game, 63% from the field, 6 assists, 1 steal, almost 2 assists, like 1.7 and 1.3 blocks and 1.7 steals. That is just crazy, crazy numbers. And remember, the starting All-Star lineup has been announced. And on February 2nd, which is, Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. The rest of the lineups will be announced, and there's no way that SJ is not a part of that, especially since he finished fourth, I believe, in voting. So shout out to all of you Oklahoma City peeps that went out and voted for our guy because he deserved every bit of that. And he probably wouldn't have been up there higher if he lived in Atlanta or he lived in New York or he lived in Miami or somewhere like that or LA. He would have probably had more votes, but we did as many as we possibly could for him. So starting the second quarter, we had Josh, Jang, Bays, Trey Mann, and K. Will. And as I discussed, y'all know I'm really not that big of a fan of K. Will. I mean, he's playing a lot better. But, you know, when yesterday, I don't know if you saw the Unpopular Hour, you can go back and look at the show yesterday. We talked about if you break down the Thunder, because remember, we're going to bring on 1 to 2 guys from the draft, okay, this year. So when you look at the Thunder, who do you keep next year? I mean, and K. Will is right there on the list, but I mean, who do you keep? Because you know you're keeping SGA, you know you're keeping Josh, you know you're keeping Dort, you know you're keeping Chet. So you know you're keeping those 4 right off the bat. You know those 4 is coming. So who do you keep? K. Will or and the Wiggins? Now, of course, I like Wiggins way more than I like K. Will. They play kind of different positions, but they're about the same size and they can guard multiple positions. But I'd much rather have Wiggins than him. Then Isaiah Joe, you know you're going to keep him. Okay, and if you keep K. Will, okay, that's 7 right there. Then you got to figure out, okay, who are you going to take next? Well, you got to keep J Dub. That's 8 right there. So you know, then you got all these other guys. What are you going to do with Scala? What are you going to do with Bays? What are you going to do with these other guys? K. Will. What are you going to do with him? I mean, J. Will. What are you going to do with him? So you have all these questions that the Thunder are going to have to answer. So anyway, in the second quarter, man, I basically just, I mean, everybody was stepping up early in the second quarter. And then all of a sudden, Baisley starts doing Baisley stuff. We start passing the ball, overpassing. And Josh, uh, I just don't understand him trying to throw those passes cross court. Dude, this is the league. You can't. He has at least 1 or 2 turnovers. He probably has at least a turnover or 2 turnovers, 1 or 2 turnovers every couple games doing the same pass. Dude, you cannot throw that pass. And then he tried to throw it harder and threw it away. I mean, dude, you just stop trying to throw the cross court pass when it's so bunched up. You can only throw the cross court when the defense is overloaded to one side towards you. Then you can do the skip pass. And what a skip pass is when I make a pass, the guy's right here, and I skip a player instead of me throwing it to the guy at the top. I skip him and throw it to the opposite side. That's what a skip pass is. So, but anyway, they go on an 8-0 run. Then we put in SGA. We're down 32-37. And then we have SGA, Wiggins, J-Dub, Baisley, and Kendricks Williams. And, you know, the Cavs are just, I mean, they're just long. They're long. They're 7-footers. The 7-footers can guard. They're athletic. They can get up and down the floor. They can run. They can jump. They can defend. And it's just hard. But I thought the Thunder did an excellent job of trying to slow them down after they went on that 8-0 run, and then we brought in SGA to kind of stop that. But, you know, that's kind of what happens because, you know, he is the only guy that the thing is this, to be a successful team, you got to have a guy who can stop the run. When a team goes on a run, you got to have that one guy that can say, that's the end of that. And that's what SGA does. He stops that run from happening. That's who he is, and that's why we have him, and that's why we do what we do. But they did outscore us by 9 in that quarter. I wasn't really pleased with what I saw, but once again, Coach D, Dagnall, is really hamstringed with when he starts the second and fourth quarters. I mean, who are you going to start with? Who are you going to put in? And I know either you're trying to get Baisley as trade bait like my guy Nathan Taylor thinks. I don't know what the deal is with him. So, but anyway, we had to do better. But the halftime score, the Thunder are down by 7, 54-47. The Cavs are now 3 for 16 from 3. Remember, they were 0 for 8. 3 for 16 from 3, 48% from the field, 20 rebounds. and 38 pips, points in the paint. 6 turnovers. And then Oklahoma City, of course, is 3 for 7, 45% from the field. And I can't even remember the last time we only took 7 shots at halftime. I don't know if that's ever happened. It's threes I'm talking about. 24 rebounds, 24 points in the paint. You look at that. They outscored us by 14 pips, which the Thunder are not used to that happening at all. But the biggest thing that I had an issue with is that number 10. 10 turnovers. And we've discussed that many times. The Thunder, if they turn it over 17, 18, 19 times in a game, they're not going to win. Now, there are exceptions to the rule, like we won the other night, having that many turnovers. But against a really, really good team, you have that many turnovers, there's no way in hell you're going to win. So, bench scoring, Cavaliers 18, Thunder 7. Oh, my God, we finally got on the board that quarter. Our bench did, scoring 7 points. So, thank God we did get on that, and we got that done. So, I want to let everybody know also before while I'm taking this break, if you guys have a question or you want to ask me something, because I don't look at my Facebook when you're asking questions. So I have no idea if you're asking a question because when I try to do my Facebook, it kind of goes in this weird little thing. So, but you can text me at 405-551-8300. And if you do that, then it'll pop up on my Skype. I can see it and I can ask a question. Now, if you put your name next to that, that will help me in an aspect that I can actually see who it is instead of just seeing a number, because a number will just pop up and won't tell me who you are. So just let me know if you've got a question. Text me at 405-551-8300, or if you want to discuss something about it, please go ahead and do that, all right? That's 405-551-8300. Now, I want to thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic. Appreciate, man, those guys take such good care of me. If you've got any computer needs, or if you need some software written, or you need a website design or any of that, please give these guys a shout over at Collaborative Logic. They are fantastic in what they do. SRB, if you have any engineering, surveying, or planning needs, my guy Mark Long is the dude for that. And then, of course, Oak Grove Trucking, my guy Jose Fierro, if you have any boulders, not rocks. Boulders or big rocks to be moved, he is your guy, or some dirt. And then Max and Greg's Navy, what they always do, they support me in everything that I do. So I appreciate both those guys. And then last but not least, YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They are an equal housing lender, member of the FDIC. They're also our sponsor for our remote broadcast for minority women and black-owned businesses. When we go do those, which we're going to start doing some more of those, especially when it warms up, we're going to be out and about after Thunder games way more than we are now. It's just too cold to be sitting outside because it's just too loud in a bar. But you can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. And I was talking to Nathan. I was like, hey, would you prefer people to go online and pre-qualify? Would you rather them come in? He goes, we're a personable bank. We'd rather meet our customers, get to know them, help them out. And if they want to do that as an option, yeah, he goes, by all means do that. But, we're a bank that prides ourselves on personal service. So, if you have the option, we'd rather you come in. But if you want to do that, if it's easier for you, then that's another way that you can do it. And I was like, okay, well, brother, my bad. I'll make sure from this point on that I do that, all right? So I got you, Nate. I promise you I got you. So started the third quarter and the turnaround to the game. The Thunder are down 47-54. You start SGA, Josh, J-Dub, Wiggins, and instead of J. Will, he started Muscala. And I like that because starting Muscala, what that did is that made us a little bit bigger. It also extended Mobley a little bit more for him to be able to shoot the three because they know he's a pop and catch guy. He's a pop and pop. That's what he's gonna do. And so, but SGA does a great job of, like I've said, of attacking his man, making him come over, and he kicks it to Muscala. And Muscala's wide open, and he does. If a guy's running at him, the chance of him missing far greater, as if he's got space and he gets a chance to get a good look. He is very dangerous at that. So. But anyway, the Thunder get it on, and I think they did a much better job of defending not only them on the perimeter, but making the guys fight more. We were way more physical inside with Mobley and them, and not allowing them to get inside and dominate us in the paint. And I thought Wiggins did a great job of doing that, and his play on Mobley, I think, was fantastic. And then of course when K Will came in the game, Kendrick Williams came in. He had a couple big steals. He had a couple big play where he got a steal and knocked down a three on the nutmeg by SGA. I mean, or actually that was J Dub. But anyway, he did. He knocked down a three coming back down the court, and so that was a great possession by the Thunder, and the Thunder never looked back. I mean, they just kept rolling, rolling, rolling after that, and it all starts on the defensive end, like we said many times. Long shots equal long rebounds, equal transitional points, equal flow of the game. And once we get into the flow of the game, then we can play with anybody. And we've seen that. I mean, we beat Boston. We should have beat Milwaukee. I still think we got robbed, but that's a whole nother story in itself. So, but anyway, the third quarter was great. And, you know, when we looked at it, you had SGA, you had Isaiah Joe, you had, well, you took Jang out, but then you had J Dub, Isaiah Joe, Trey Mann, and Wiggins. When you had that group in there, I'm telling you what, that five, which was SGA, J Will, Isaiah Joe, Trey Mann, and Wiggins, man, they were rolling. And we got on a nice roll. And it was 71-76 when that came in with 2 minutes to go. Okay? We had that group in. But what Dang was in the game at that point to start out, and then with 2 minutes to go, they pulled him simply because he's reaching. Dude, I love you, Sam. I just don't understand the three first round picks to move up to get this guy. I think that guy would have been there. Now you know more than me. Somebody else may have gotten. Somebody else may have been looking to get it, or they suckered you into getting it. But anyway, I he's a project, and that's like I said, he can shoot the three. To me, he's a more athletic Poku. That's what he is to me. But he's going to have to get some playing time to get better. And do I see flashes of a person who could possibly be a good player? Yes, but we are a long way from that at this point, from what I can see right now. So, anyway, third quarter stats, Ace, baby, I'll give you some love in a minute. Anyway, third quarter stats, the score is now 78-78. Great block by SGA at the end of the quarter and to save that three, and then we got the ball back. And I still don't know how we didn't shoot a foul because clearly Wiggins was on his way to a fast break. He got fouled and by Darius, and they let it go. I'm like, dude, really? I mean, Garland fouled him without question, and it was a fast break. So I don't understand why we didn't get the 2 free throws and the ball. Anyway, that's an official's call, and we did not get it. Anyway, it's 78-78, which the Thunder had all the momentum going into that, all of the momentum from that point on. And about midway through the third quarter, actually, is when we really started getting our momentum and what the Thunder were doing because we outscored them 31-24 in that quarter. And remember, we lead the NBA in point differential in the third quarter. We're just monsters in the third. But you look at Oklahoma City, we had 27 points in the first quarter, 20 in the second quarter. It was just abysmal. And then we scored 31 to make up for that, and then held them defensively in the third quarter to only 24 points. But you can look at it now. The Cavs were 5 for 22 from three, 48% from the field, 28 rebounds, 48 pips, 8 turnovers. We've got to turn them over. We had to be able to turn them over. Oklahoma City on the other side, 6 for 11 from three. We started knocking down shots, and I have no problem with us shooting threes the way we were doing it tonight, except for that one stretch in the fourth quarter when we decided we got up 13, and then we shot a three, got the ball back, shot a three, got the ball back, shot another three. I'm like, the hell are y'all doing? Go inside and get a basket, guys. Come on, you gotta be smarter than that. But anyway, 53% from the field, 31 rebounds. Now we have the advantage there, and then we have caught up somewhat in points in the paint. And we know that has everything to do with SGA and the way that he plays in the paint. And that's why our points in the paint, and we're one of the top, I think we're fourth or whatever points in the paint because of him. 13 turnovers. Remember, we had 10 and after the first half. That was a huge number. We only had 3 in the third quarter. Took care of the basketball. Actually, our bench scored some points there. It was only 3 points, but at least we're getting some production. And now it's 20-10 in bench scoring. And then what I was talking about as far as the Thunder, uh, what we do and what we're doing. When you look at I, when you look at what the Thunder tries to do, okay, when we try to make shots and we try to do the little things that we do because, oh, oops, excuse me, third quarter. I got that all jacked up. I was looking for something. Sorry, guys. I got to remark these so I'll know exactly what I'm looking for. There we go. Thunder season stats. That's what I was looking for. Anyway, when you look at our season stats, it's 117 points a game. We're ranked 7th. We're ranked 20th, almost at the bottom, when it comes to giving up points. Field goal percentage, we're close to the bottom, 3rd, as far as field goal percentage. And then our opponents, we're giving our look out. We're 5th. We got to slow down, play better defense. If you're going to win more, you got to be. Those numbers have to be reversed. We need to be 5 as far as scoring, and we need to be 20th on the other for what the opponents are giving up. We're letting them give up way, way too many points. 3-point percentage, Thunder are 16th, and then we're 11th. Assists, we're 17th and 12th. Points in the paint, we're 5th, and we're 23rd. That's the reason why we win a lot of games right there. And then when you look at, because our opponents, we don't give up that many. Okay, we hold them out. That's why we're so far down. And then assist to turnover ratio, we are number 1 as far as our opponents turning the ball over and us getting buckets out of it. So that's when you look at the numbers and look at what the Thunder are doing. It really, really helps us. So to start the fourth quarter, we had Josh, Isaiah Joe, Muscala, Bays, and K. Will. And remember, starting the second quarter, we had Josh, Jang, Bays, Mann, and K. Will. So he went with a different fourth quarter lineup, trying to figure out how to not get us where we're giving up points right away off the bat and where we have a nice flow offensively. And I thought this was a good group to do that. And the Thunder kept rolling. They kept doing all the things that they needed to do. So let me see. The trend continues. It's truly amazing. I would never buy an OKC. Drew is talking about Donovan not playing tonight. He didn't play in Dallas. He's hurt. You know, he wears me out with this players don't play here. He's full of crap. You're full of crap, Drew. That does not happen. Okay? It does here occasionally. I mean, as some tables do, but Boston played they had their full deal. LeBron never plays here. Your Laker boy. He never plays here. He never played here when we were good. So I'm not listening to you on that. That's nonsense because I actually do go to games and I know who plays and who don't. Because like when we played Embiid doesn't play against us. We went up there and we beat them by 20-something with Embiid. He played. They play. You just assume that they don't. Because if it's not the Lakers, you don't really care. Let's face that. Anyway, sorry I'm off my rant. But anyway, the Thunder go on a 12-0 run immediately in the the fourth quarter. Love what I was seeing right there. Love what the Thunder were doing. And Drew, if you want a question, you can pop it up and go to Skype at 405-531-8300. If you want to do a question, it can pop up and we can answer it instead of me sending me a text. But anyway, I love what the Thunder were doing right there. I mean, we were taking care of the basketball. We were playing good defense. We were forcing them into bad shots. We were boxing out, doing all the little things, and then we ran down the court. And then I want to say this about Josh. Let me give him some props right now. He's had 55, 5-5 games. 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Pass to Magic Johnson. That's impressive, 4th all time at that age. That's impressive. Josh, I just love our team. I love what we're doing. I love what we have to offer as a team. I just cannot wait for these guys to go a little bit longer. I can't wait. So anyway, with 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go, SGA enters the game. We're up 94-86, and you've got SGA, J-Dub, K-Will, J-Will, and Isaiah Joe in the game. Okay? And all of a sudden, we start shooting threes. We go up 13 and we start shooting threes. I'm just like, why are you shooting threes? Well, I mean, stop. I mean, there's that sequence. We got a turnover, shot a three, got the rebound, shot a three, got a rebound, shot a three, got a rebound. What are you doing? I mean, guys, attack the basket. That's how we got the lead. That's how we were being aggressive. That's how we were winning. That's how we were blowing them out. And then, of course, they made a run back at us, and it's 99-92 with 2:45 left. And then SGA just did SGA stuff. He just takes over. He can stop the momentum for the opposing team, which is something as a team you got to have. Now, I believe and I'm hoping that Josh Giddey at some point will be able to do that. Now, he did do that today in the fourth quarter. He made a couple plays, made a couple nice shots. So Josh kind of got there. So he's eventually going to be, I think he can get there to be that closer or that second guy that we need when SJ is on the bench. If there's a run, he can be the one to stop it. Okay, I'm a firm believer. I'm trusting in that he's going to be that guy. He's going to be the Robin to SGA Batman. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm seeing. But anyway, they end up closing them out. I loved what they did. And by the way, congratulations to J-Dub on his 50th dunk. I'm like, what? 50 dunks as a rookie passing your boy Russell Westbrook. Anyway, congratulations, J-Dub, on that. So fourth quarter, here we go. Here's the end of the game box score. Cavaliers dropping to 30-21. The Thunder improving to 24-25, 112-100. Cavs ended up being 8 for 29, 44 field goals, 37 rebounds, 56 pips, 10 turnovers. OKC, 10 for 18 from 3, 52% from the field, 46 rebounds, 50 pips, 14 turnovers. So we only had one turnover in that fourth quarter. One turnover. And we only had 4 turnovers in the whole second half. Made all the difference. If you're going to beat good teams, you can't turn the ball over. You have to attack. You have to make sure that you understand what's going on. You have to take care of the basketball. You got to limit their open looks because, I mean, Mobley's made 10 threes this whole year, 4 of them against us. He had missed 22 in a row, and he made 2 in a row against us. I don't know if he sees the Thunder and he decides he's a three-point shooter. Anyway, so looking at that, you look and see the Thunder, and of course, this is my favorite thing to do is compare the first half to the second half and what adjustments our coaching staff made. But when you look at it, the Cavs were 3 for 16 for the first half. They ended up being 8 for 29. So they were 5 for 13 from the three-point line. Remember, Mobley made 2. I mean, he was knocking down shots, and then Garland made some shots late, trying to bring them back. So you really take away 3 of those. Really, Garland's. I mean, they didn't really shoot that well. 48% from the field. 44%. And remember, against the Hawks, it was just the opposite of that. We went down the second half in field goal percentage. The Hawks went up. So when you look at that, huge thing, they went down. Rebounds, we were up by 4, and we ended up winning it by 9. Points in the paint, we were down. Look at that. Man, we were down 14 points in the paint at halftime. Ended up losing only by 6. And then we had 10 turnovers, and we ended up with 14. They had 6, ended up with 10. And I think that stretch in the third quarter when we got those turnovers made all the difference in the world of what we were trying to do. Bench scoring, the Cavaliers ended up with 7. They only scored 7 from their bench in the second half. The Thunder scored 20. Yes, I said that, 20 bench points in the second half. Fantastic job by the Thunder. And, of course, box scores, Jay Will, 8 points, including a nasty dunk, 3 for 5 from the field. And I believe J-Dub should be in the All-Star game as well as the upcoming stars. He should be there. I mean, he's played really, really well, and I think it's a travesty if he's not among those in that. 3 for 5 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3, 6 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. J-Dub, that was J-Will. J-Dub, 17 points, 7 for 12 from the field, 3 for 3 from 3, 3 rebounds, and no assists, 3 turnovers. Got to take care of the basketball, big fella. SGA, 35 points, 12 for 21. He's just ridiculous. I mean, he's just ridiculous. We are so blessed to get us another star. How many teams could have this many stars that they could get? Hats off to Sam Presti and him getting, and thank you, Paul George, by the way, for wanting to go to LA. Thank you for that, bro. We appreciate you because we got an upcoming rookie, a young guy that's amazing. 5 rebounds, 8 assists for SGA. Wiggins, 10 points, 4 for 6, 0 for 2 from 3, even though he had a couple of great looks. Hopefully he's got to be able to knock those down. 7 rebounds, his turnovers, 2 turnovers. We got to take care of the basketball. 2 assists. By the way, SGA had the ball in his hands that much and had 0 turnovers. And then, of course, that huge block at the end of the third quarter. Josh Giddey, 15 points, 6 for 12, 0 threes, 6 rebounds, 4 turnovers. Man, he was those passes. Dude, you have got to stop. That stuff doesn't work. I don't know what you're seeing. It's not a video game. You can't. Something works on video does not work in real life in the NBA. Josh, you've got to somehow or another stop. I don't know what you're looking at. You might remind me of Dak Prescott and his interceptions. What the hell are you looking at? Baisley, 9 points. Actually played pretty decently. 3 for 7 from the field. 2 rebounds, but he just scares me every time he gets the ball trying to attack. I'm like, dude, you have no moves, and everybody's seen your one spin move that you try to do every time. They've got enough film on you. You can't. You need to go to something else because that is just not going to work. Jang, zeros, 1 rebound, 2 turnovers, 1 assist, 1 dumb foul on Darius Garland. Work in progress. That's what he is. Work in progress. Kendricks Williams, 7 points, 3 for 5, 1 for 2, 7 rebounds, 2 turnovers. 7 rebounds, no turnovers, 3 assists. Mike Muscala, 1 big, huge 3, and then a nice little knockdown mid-range shot. 1 for 2, 1 for 2 from 3. That can't, he shot free throws. That's what that was. He knocked down that 3 and then made 2 free throws. Anyway, 6 rebounds. 1 turnover, 1 assist. Trey Mann, no points, 0 for 3, 0 for 2. Trey is just, I think, with Isaiah Joe, and he's realizing his minutes are slowly going to Isaiah Joe. I believe that's really messing with Trey Mann's head. We've got to get that young man back. He's really a good player. I really, really like him. And that's our guy, Mark Long, is probably his favorite player is Trey Mann. He loves some Trey Mann. Isaiah Joe, 9 points, 1 for 3, 1 for 3. Got fouled on a 3-point attempt. Huge points to put us up when we went on that run on them. So that was a great job by him, knocking that and giving us a nice lead at that point. And I believe we went on another run. I think it was a 13-0 run at that point. I think that's what those 3 free throws were. Was going on a 13-0 run on them to get us back up and really seal the game. But anyway, 9 points, 1 rebound, 2 turnovers. Isaiah Joe, you got to take care of the ball, my friend. You got to take care of the basketball. So, that being said, the Thunder, once again, improved to 24 and 25. A half game above what they said that we were going to do. And still got, 24, so 9 more wins to get to 33, which is what I thought they would do. And then, of course, 16 wins to get to the magic number 40 that the people that cutting up thought I was absolutely out of my damn mind for saying that. But I still believe the Thunder can get there. That's just me. That's just what I think. So we shall see how that works out for the Thunder. That being said, hey, everybody have a fantastic night. And remember, the Thunder will be playing the Golden State Warriors Monday night, weather permitting. I heard the weather's going to be bad. I don't know. I need to go back and look at it. But anyway, the Thunder will be playing Golden State Warriors on Monday. So we shall see if the Thunder's luck continues, and it'd be nice to go 2-3. It ended up being 25 and 25 before we go on this road trip. It'd be fantastic. So that being said, hey, everybody be safe out there.